Boom, we're live. 1 second. All right. Change my attire so I don't look like I'm wearing the same clothes every day, which I'm definitely not doing. Okay, let's get set up here, which obviously, as if you've been following, you know that I'm never really ready on time, but that's okay. Welcome to today's live stream. Super excited to be talking with you. 14 days of virtual real estate investing. My name is Corey, and I work at Tax Lien Certificate School, and we have other names as well, but that's what this is under. And we have our YouTube channel, Dustin Hahn. Some of you probably know Dustin, some of you don't. But we invest in real estate. We used to do a lot of tax lien and deed investing. We switched more over to flipping and wholesaling since we just need more inventory. And so waiting for the tax sales is a great way to make money if you're patient and you have a lot of time, you do your research. But we are actually up in Canada living. And so we can't be flying down, especially now in today's state, we can't be flying down. And so we are doing this virtually, which that's what this whole 14-day thing is all about. And I'll use this to do a quick plug on our program, a shameless plug. If you want more information about doing virtually, flipping real estate virtually, or even in your market, we have a great video above. You can check it out. Just click the link above. And you'll learn more about that. If you're watching this on YouTube after the fact, click the link below. Cool. Yeah, if you have any questions at any point, please put them in the comments. I will answer them. I'm also been answering them on YouTube as well. So if you have any questions after the fact, if you aren't catching this live and you're watching being like, dang, I wish I could ask them a question, just put in the comment below and I will answer it. Sometimes I get to them late. I will eventually answer it, I promise. So that being said, let's move on to the next housekeeping thing before we get started. And that is, I gotta wear a darker shirt. We're giving away some more stuff. So thank you for the people that emailed in the quote last time. It was calm seas never made skilled sailors. There's a great quote. That is a great quote. They make a really cool thing. Got a picture of a wave and a boat. It's like, let's get that written across it. I want to get it from my wall here. Right now, I just have this little thing that says "Never stop trying." Where is it? There's "Never stop trying." It's really hard to like point. There we go. Do that. There you go. Never stop trying. See, this guy, he gave up, but he's so close. And this guy's just trucking along. Never stop trying. So yesterday we gave you a new word. I think. Oh, I need to write down which ones I gave you. I believe I gave you that word. Yeah. So today's word is focus. Focus with a capital F. That's important. So focus. Today's word, focus. I'm not even going to flash on the screen because I like to be tricky like that. So there's 7 words in this one. And on the final video we do, I will give you the email to send that to. And then if you do that, I'll give you a free product. I'll let you pick, but Advanced Title Tactics is great. For those of you who got it already, people seem very grateful for it. So it's a great program. Okay, let's move into today's topic, which we're going to be talking about things. And let me just beam over my sheet here. Beaming it from space. Okay, cool. Okay, so today we are talking about this, step 9. We're on to step 9 already. Wow, time's flying, huh? So step 9 is going to visit the property and having someone take photos of it. And so we talked about this a little bit yesterday with Josh. Josh was on, it was great. He kind of went through the process of visiting the property. And so there's different things you can do. Obviously, if you're in the same city, in the same town, you can go check the property out yourself. That's one option. Another option is you can use this company called We Go Look. And so they're great. They'll go and they'll take photos. They have like a specific photo checklist that they take of the property. And so it's about $75 a visit, and they can take video as well. But then they send it to you in a nice format. So we talk more about that in our program. If you click the link above, we talk more about that. But it's a good option if you're not in the area. And if you have friends or family in the area as well, you can send them as well. The biggest thing is to obviously you want to keep the rapport with the homeowner. You want to be friendly and not make any judgments. I know I shouldn't have to say this, but we don't judge people for the state of their homes. We offer to help them no matter what their home looks like, even if it's messy, even if it's like really bad, we can still help. So we buy homes in any condition. That's the tagline. So we try to act like that and base our business around that. So we do need to go see it though. That's important. And we do want to take photos, and we would like to be able to take video if we can, because then we can walk through it. And if an investor wants to see the property, we can give them the video and they can get an idea if it's something they want to check out in further detail or if it's not even in their scope. So that's why we do that. And then we also, in this step, we need to make a list of the repairs needed. So when we're talking to homeowners, what we'll generally do is we'll try to ask some probing questions. That's not what I want to do. There we go. Ask them probing questions. So one on the phone, like, are there any major repairs that need to be done to the property? How old is the kitchen? What are the bathrooms like? We wouldn't maybe exactly use that phrasing, but we always start with like, are there any major repairs that need to be done to the property? And that's going to be important because it's going to, one, help you learn if there's any major repairs needed to the property, which is a great thing. But two, it's also going to allow the homeowner to talk and open up about the property. So they're going to start talking, and you want them to talk more than you talk. Now, I will say this. People sometimes lie, and they'll say, oh, yeah, the property's in great condition. And then you'll get there, and it will be like a complete shark show. And you'll be like, what the heck? So this is why we really want to build rapport with them first. And it's where just getting to the point of things, like, okay, tell me about your property. Hey, this is Corey with 6-Day Cash Buyers. Oh, you like to sell your property? Can you tell me everything that's wrong with your property? They're probably not going to open up to you right away. So like, hey, this is Corey. How's it going? Yeah, it's a pretty tough time, huh? Yeah, I know. Yeah, we're actually struggling too. It's been a slow season for us as well. I'm really sorry to hear that. So you're interested in selling your home? Okay. Well, can you tell me a bit about your property? And then they'll start to open up. And then you can start to have a conversation about what is actually wrong with their property. And then you really want to find those points of, we call them pain points, where people just don't, it's the things that people obviously that are struggling and they're painful. And so that could be maybe they inherited it and it's just collecting dust. Maybe they're paying taxes and they don't want to pay tax anymore. Maybe they need to move because it's too big of a home. Maybe they're getting elderly and it's just all the stairs, that's just not feasible for them anymore. And so these are the things that you want to uncover on these phone calls. And we're kind of getting into a different topic now. This is probably further on in the list. Yeah, maybe. So I'm just looking at my list. But yes, that's all important stuff when you're talking. Even when you go visit them, you can ask them, like, oh, what's wrong with the house? But that's kind of stuff you want to gather before you go visit. So I guess I'm kind of backtracking a bit here, but but we do want to get a list of what's needed. So like big major things would be like kitchen. What's the kitchen? You want to know the kitchen. You want to know if the HVAC was replaced. When the roof was replaced, if it's been replaced. If there's any foundation issues, the windows. Are there any leaks in the windows? But you don't need to get too in depth on the phone if you're going to have someone that you trust go look at it, because they'll take photos and they'll be able to see all this when you get there. Now, if you were doing this and you never sent anyone to see the property, that's when you would need to get more information, and you would need to just kind of get the nitty gritty of like, okay, what condition are the windows in? What condition is the bathroom in? Is there mold anywhere? Does the shower work? Does the bathtub work? That sort of thing. So it really also depends on what your strategy is and where you're going with this. But I do want to talk about this repair sheet as well. If you want, you can comment and I can send you the link to the contract and the repair sheet that we use. It's like standard. It's not, I wouldn't base a budget, a full rehab budget around it to the penny, but it's going to get you in the ballpark when you're doing offers and kind of figuring out how much to offer the person for their property. So the repair sheet, I wonder if we have a copy of it. Just give me a sec. See if I can find it. Repair estimator sheet. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, look at that. Found it. Cool. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. Jump back here. Share my screen. Okay. Yeah, so it's got this it's really simple. You put the address, 30 square feet, just so you have it. And then paint. I don't actually, our ground guy knows how to use this more than I do, but we made a video on it, so I can share that too. Just one sec. Okay, so slab only doors. So like if you had 2 doors, oh wait, no, that's not right. 2 doors, then it would multiply by that. So boom, pre-hung doors. So you need 5 of those. If you needed door hardware, if there's like 5 doors that need hardware, foundation repair. If there's 1 crack, finished basement, it's probably per square foot. So let's say it's a 400 square foot basement. You need 4 for grand. That doesn't seem right. $10 a square foot. See, this is me just figuring this out on the fly, which is not a great example, but I don't use this. Our ground guy does. Rehab full bathroom. So full bathroom rehab. I don't really know why the quantities, how this works, but cabinets. So if you needed like 5 cabinets, this is roughly how it works. New appliances. So if you need brand new appliances, that's probably all of them. You can, when we're not talking super fancy appliances here. We're talking like, Best Buy, good deals. You can probably do a kitchen for $3,100. Painting, that's probably per square foot. New roof, square foot area. Roof repairs, windows, $300 a window, and that sort of thing. So that's the sheet that we use for repair estimate, and then again, it gives you a total. You need like a new HVAC. HVAC is pretty expensive, so you do 1 there. AC unit, new furnace, and then new thermostat. Maybe there's 4 of them that you replace. New sump pump, permits. So like already you can see, even just in that, you're already up at 35 grand for rehabs. And so that's the number that you would use to minus, we talked about yesterday, 65% minus the ARV, minus repair. So then you would take that off. But when you're on the phone, it's not as important to fill that out completely. So we don't use it when we're on the phone. As you can see, it's pretty in depth. So that would be what the ground guy uses as he's walking through the property to kind of get more of an idea of it. And then that also gives you more leverage because you can show them, hey, this is actually what needs to be done. This is how much it's roughly going to cost. Now, we don't try to trick people. We try to be upfront as we can with them. Like, hey, this is how much it's going to cost. You might think that you looked at Zillow and your house is worth $120,000 and the house down the street sold for $130,000. But that house is like brand spanking new and yours isn't. So you're never going to get that much. And here's why. And then you can show them, because your HVAC, in order to get that, someone's going to need to fix this HVAC, and that's $9,000 or whatever it is, $8,000. I think we can pay a lot for HVAC, but it depends on obviously where you are and that sort of thing. But it's important that you walk homeowners through why it's as expensive as it is, because a lot of people just don't know. They think, oh, that house sold for $120,000. My house is like basically the same, and so I'm going to get $120,000 for it. But they don't realize that, well, no, because that house is brand new and your house needs fixing. So you need to kind of fill the gap of that. And so I'd recommend you being cautious of that, and then being willing to explain to homeowners why they can't get what they think they can get for their house. So on the phone, we like to use a quick cost per square foot. So like 15, 35, and 50 or 60, depending on your market. Now, if you're a more expensive market, your numbers might need to be adjusted for that, obviously. But let's see, you got my trusty calculator here. So let's say we have a 1,000 square foot home and it's almost rental ready. So we can go $15 a square foot just to get it, or maybe even less because it's rental ready. But let's say it wasn't rental ready. To get it rental ready, let's say we only want to put, it's a light rehab. There's a few things. Then we times that $15 by 1,000 square feet. And then we have $15,000, easy numbers. So then that's what our rehab estimate would be when we're talking to homeowners on the phone. We would say, okay, your house is $100,000. So then we would take times that by 0.65. So $65,000 is the amount that we can offer, but we also need to minus repairs. So then we minus the $15,000. So then we got $50,000. So that would be our cash offer for them. And that's assuming it's a decent condition. Now, if it's a super heavy rehab, like the place needs to be gutted, then we're talking like $50 a square feet. So that's like so that's $50,000 rehab budget. So then the house is worth 100,000 times it by 0.65. So that gives us our 65, but then we need to minus the $50,000. So 65, I know these are easy numbers, but so that, and I know it's $15,000. I'll just type the number in. So that's how much our offer would be if it was a heavy rehab. Now, someone would be like, well, you're trying to steal my home. I'm not paying that. And people will say that. And then it's your job to be able to say, okay, well, here's how I got those numbers. We're a company, we need to make money. So right off the top, we need to make money, and people who buy the house need to make money. That's how it works. We can buy quick, and if you were to sell it with a real estate agent, they would also just take money off the top. So that's money you're not going to get. So I have a $50,000 rehab budget, roughly. Now here's why that is, and this is something you can explain to them on the phone, or if you can get to see the property, it probably works better to explain it to them in person so you can show them. And then you can adjust your numbers as needed. If it doesn't need a $50,000 rehab, great. Then you can adjust your numbers and you can show them exactly how much you do need and how much your estimated cost is going to be for the rehab. But if you can show them, well, here, you have no HVAC, there's no AC, there's mold, all the bathrooms need to be redone, the kitchen needs to be remodeled, we need brand new appliances even to make it livable. Then you start to add it up and you can show them the numbers, and then they start to see, oh, you know what, you're right. I won't be able to sell it for that much. And then you can show them comps in the area. Like, oh, the same house, this 1,000 square foot house down the street, it only sold for $86,000. So then that also factors into the numbers and what you're going to be able to offer them as well. So that is kind of how we get to rehab numbers on the phone. So we use those quick numbers just as a quick way to get estimates. So estimates are going to be important because you're on the phone. You don't want to take all day on the phone with people. They need, obviously, you have things to do. They have things to do. But we want to be able to give quick numbers and as accurate as possible, because we don't want to like lowball them. We don't want to get to the property like, just kidding, I'm only going to give you $3,000 for your property because it sucks. That's not how we roll. That's not how I think you should roll. I don't think you're going to make this a go if you do that. So what will be best for you is to try to get as close as you can. And yes, you're going to have to renegotiate, and it kind of sucks. People are going to think you're lowballing them, but if you do it as wisely and as morally and as ethically as you can on the front end, then you're going to reduce the risk of that as much as possible. So that is kind of how we go visit the property and how we determine the rehab estimate on the phone. So if you have any questions, now would be the time to put them below. Would love to answer your questions. But to recap, in the property, you can go wegolook.com. You can hire someone to go look. Like if you have a family in the area, you can give them $50 to go check out the property, take some photos, take some videos. You can also, if there's like a photography school nearby or like a university, put a Craigslist ad up or a Kijiji ad or whatever, Indeed, looking for someone to help take photos on a part-time basis. Pay them like $40, $50 to go check it out. And that's really an easy way to do it if you want to do this virtually. So, and then the rehab sheet, talking about that, $15 for a light rehab, $35 for medium, $50 to $60 to $70 for a heavy rehab. And that'll be important to do when you're on the phone, get your quick numbers. So that being said, again, finish that quote. Today's word is, I forget what it was. Focus. Today's word is focus. So if you're looking for free giveaway, that's the word for the day. Focus. Tune in tomorrow for the next word. Shameless plug. If you're looking for more information on wholesaling virtually, getting those before everyone else does, and find them for 40 to 60% off market value. Click that link above, or if you're on YouTube, click the link below. And there's a video that Dustin made, and he'll walk you through our process. And if you want more information about that, you can hop on a call with him. We'd be happy to chat more about that. And tomorrow, and we're going to be talking about negotiations and contracts. So that's it for me. I see no comments are coming in. If you ask them after the fact, I will answer them on YouTube. So this will be up on our YouTube page, Dustin Hahn. You can find it on the YouTube. Subscribe, like, turn on those notifications. That's what people say about YouTube. If you're watching YouTube, subscribe and like, turn on notifications. Don't know what that means, but it's important. It's important for you and it's important for us. Thank you so much for tuning in. Happy to have you here. Any cool banners I got? Free giveaway. I got this one. More info now. Anyway, click the link above or below. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you guys tomorrow where we talk about negotiations and contracts. All right. Have a good one.